and one of the other comics, they pulled their wallet out, and they pulled two $10 bills out of their wallet, and my immediate response was to go, someday. So, I would like this to go good. I'm getting old. Sorry, anybody here is older than me, but I'm getting old. The kind of old I'm getting is all of my role models now have to be people who got late starts. That's all I got left. I can't look to young phenoms anymore. I don't like reading those stories. They're like, oh, he was 25. He wrote his first novel. Okay, what did he do when he was 30? He died from being old and having nothing to look forward to in his whole stupid life. I don't like those stories. She was 23. She climbed Mount Everest. Oh, she was still in her teens when she started dating Drake. I don't need those stories. Drake's a bad person. Read the news. So I gotta look for people who got late starts. I'll give you guys this example. I've read this. Senator Bernie Sanders. When he was 32 years old, he was unemployed and stealing electricity. Pretty cool, right? Because I'm 31. I got a full year to figure out how to steal electricity. And I'm golden. I went to New Orleans recently, a year and a half ago. One of my favorite cities in the world. New Orleans is a city that is built below sea level. It is beneath the sea. And that explains everything you need to know about the people who live there. And what they do. Like, I have an upstairs neighbor who like stomps a lot and is kind of loud, and it's kind of driving me crazy. Imagine your upstairs neighbor is the ocean. That would drive you bonkers. You're like, well, what was making that racket up there? Oh, it's a blue whale. Better start drinking. Did my favorite thing in New Orleans. My favorite thing to do in New Orleans is not eat seafood. No, it's not go to Mardi Gras. It's not change my shirt 3 times a day from sweat. No. My favorite thing to do in New Orleans is go on a ghost tour. Some of you guys have been. They're really fun. If you haven't been, what happens is a recently divorced man will take you on a tour of downtown New Orleans and show you all the buildings that he thinks are haunted. And you believe him, because who would know more about ghosts than a man who just watched a marriage die? Some little kid on a tour. Are we gonna see any demons, mister? They're all in here, little man. I've got him, your dad's got him, soon you'll have him. I'm from Nebraska. It explains most of what you're seeing and experiencing. I am from a place where they think liking meat is a personality, yes. Yes, you guys, there is a TV meteorologist in Omaha, Nebraska named Rusty Lord. That's a pretty cool name, right? Rusty Lord, you hear that, Rusty Lord? Oh, you've shot a gun before, Rusty Lord. That guy's cool, and I'm excited for him because he's a TV weatherman. And those guys, I don't know if you've noticed, they never have cool names. They always have shitty, nerdy names because they're all shitty nerds. You guys probably went to college with somebody like this who's like, I don't know, why girls won't ever give a nice guy like me a chance. They always want to date assholes. They won't ever talk to a nice guy like me. Every one of those guys is a TV weatherman today. They all got shitty nerd names like Jim Spencer or Bill Randby. Or Dave Webberton. You can make them up. Tom Bubblefeld. Any of them. They're all nerdy names. They never get cool names. Sports guys get the cool names. Sports guys get cool names like Chug Beer Nuts Sports. And I always feel bad for the weathermen because they always put those two names right next to each other just to highlight the contrast. That's how they always say. They're like, coming up next, we got sports with Turk Dick Fats. But first, we got your weather forecast with Lester Milk Monies. Oh, poor Lester. Coming up next, we got your 5-day forecast with our meteorologist, Wilson Allergies. But first, sports with fuck. The word fuck's its whole name. I am so happy for Rusty. Finally, a weatherman getting the respect in that newsroom he deserves. TV weathermen, they're the only people in that newsroom who do a goddamn thing. You go to any local news channel in this country, any city, you always see the same 4 people. You see 2 lead anchors, a sports guy, and a weather guy, and none of them do anything except for that weather guy. The 2 lead anchors, their whole job is they just gotta have pretty faces and giant horse teeth. And say things like, we tested your water and it's positive for crime. And the sports guy just gets up there and he talks about how much he loves baseball and they make him be a little less racist every year. That's his whole gig. And then that weather guy's got to go up at the end of the half hour and go, okay, I spent all day putting these charts together to help me predict the future. Stay with me. We've got a cold front coming up here from Kansas. I know I only have 5 minutes. Come on, I've been doing this broadcast for 15 years, same as you, Carol. Give me a break, will you? Okay. And we got hot air coming in from the north. Okay, Carol, you know what? I about had it with you, acting like I am not a real TV professional broadcaster, just the same as you. We went to the same broadcasting school together. I have 2 more years experience than you do, Carol. Come on, I know you think that I don't do real TV news because I spend all day in front of a computer with my charts and graph like an, and I quote, dumbass nerd. Yes, I read that email, Carol. You CC'd me on it. You and Jim, you want to just laugh it up. Ha ha ha, weather's so funny. You know what's funny? Boom, a hurricane right on top of your head because you didn't pay attention to the weather forecast. Because you don't care, Carol. You act like you care. You act like it's important. You're like, oh, what's the weather going to be like tomorrow? I was going to take the kids to the zoo. Is it going to be cold? Fuck off, Carol. I have seen tomorrow. And let me tell you, woman, it is bleak. Partly cloudy, high is 62. I'd put a sweater on the kids. Okay, that's my time. Thank you, guys.